It's time for the Talking Habs pregame show before every Montreal Canadiens hockey game. Previews, lineups, and the Guess the Score contest. Here's your hosts, Rick and Matt. Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. I am alone tonight. It's Matt's night off. So we got the Nashville Predators taking on the god-awful Montreal Canadiens. Going to be a really weird lineup tonight, so we're going to look at that. There'll be a preview. I'm going to give you a preview in a minute, and I got some news and stuff. Let's see who's here. 3 people with me right now. Daryl Adams says he hopes Montreal, tonight's the night, Habs can start to try to put some wins together. Every night seems like the night. Habs Guru 5-2 Nashville with Suzuki getting the first goal. Daryl Adams still confident in Montreal. 5-3 Habs with Foley. For myself, I have I think I'm going to go with 5-2 Nashville. I'm going to go Matt Duchene getting the first goal because you know what? I mean, that would be like, just another shot, Matt Duchene. So, yeah, I'm going there. Let's see now. I got some news here. Where am I? We'll go with this. And this is a story that, how do I want to put it? I'm sure a lot of people are going to get excited seeing this story, but got to remember this is, I don't know what'll come of this, but NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman, according to a press article, will be meeting with Quebec's Premier François Legault in the coming months to discuss the return of the Quebec Nordiques. Now, on the surface, oh, by the way, I wanted to turn that light off. I don't know why I got that on there. On the surface, that sounds great and everything, and I mean, I'd love that. I'd love to see Nordiques come back, but how far away would that be? What's the seriousness of it? How much will come from these talks? I mean, I don't know. But I mean, it'd be great. And, Montreal, if the Nordiques can come back, it would take away a lot of the pressure that's on Montreal, for the French coach, French GM, French players. It would take away a lot of that pressure. They can put all their national pride into the Nordiques and leave Montreal Canadiens alone, which is what I like. But, I mean, that would be really cool if the Nordiques would come back. I'd love that personally, but I don't know. I don't know how much to put into that. Marc Bergevin diagnosed positive with COVID-19. So he's been sick for a few days now. And, he's got COVID. Here is his quote on having COVID. This was in an interview. He says, "I'm all right, thanks. Night sweats. Honestly, the shakes where you can't even get warm, and then headaches and body aches, but it's turning the corner now. I think being double vaxxed, I can just imagine how bad it would be not being vaxxed. Sore back too, but other than that, I think I'm turning the corner. It just hit me probably during the game against Pittsburgh. I felt it a little bit, so after the game, I didn't go downstairs to the room. After that, I hate to say it was a performance, because it wasn't. I figured I'd take a step back and just talk to the coach the next day. Thank God I did that because obviously I had it then. And that night, I think it got the worst the last couple of nights, but I think it's turning the corner now." A little bit rambly, but so Marc Bergevin is starting to feel a little better. He does have COVID. That's nothing. And then I think he had a press conference today or something like that. So he was asked about Dominic Ducharme's job security. He says, not at this point, but again, if you look at a few months ago, Dom took pretty much the same team to the Stanley Cup final, and he didn't become a bad coach in 3 months, Bergevin said. It's not only one person. It's not only one issue. And, that comment's all right on the surface, but really the problem I have with the comment is he didn't take virtually the same team to the Stanley Cup final. It was quite a different team that he took to the Stanley Cup final. And I don't know if that's Bergevin's way of trying to, sidestep the issue of the players that are the moves that he made in the offseason to build the team that we have right now. Or it's not ignorance. I mean, I don't know, but that's it's not virtually the same team. It's a different team. So, but what you can take from that is that Dom Ducharme is probably not getting fired. Like I've been saying, I don't think they're going to fire the guy. I don't think. I think he's probably got a year to skate, even if it's bad. Okay, next tonight, Ducharme confirms that the team will play with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. Weidman will enter the lineup in place of Pezzetta. I don't know. Are they trying to blame Pezzetta for the problem? Because Pezzetta is not the problem. First of all, he's not that talent level that he should be the problem. That's number one. And he's one of the few guys giving you, I think, at least energy, consistently energy, playing physically. Like he's doing some good things out there. I don't know why he's sitting in favor of Weidman or any defenseman. I don't get it. Unless it's just one of they're working on a book. I've told you about this before. They're working on a book. And this is just one of those 100 best ways to lose a hockey game. So they've got to run through all of the ways. And we're going to find out over, pretty much every game. Oh, this is their new way to lose a game. Yeah. Okay, so the comedy break here. Because this is funny. Coloring book picture for lazy people. Now just take a couple of seconds. Just let that absorb and sink in. And it's pretty funny. I don't know. I saw that on Twitter. I just had to put that out here. All right, let's get to let's see what you guys are saying, and then we'll get to the preview. All right. Where were we? Here we are. Hey, Filibuster, how's it going, man? All right, playing street hockey. Boy, I wish I could do that. Can't do that right now with my knees, but man, that sounds like fun. Again, haven't done that in a long time. Did you win at least? ASC, how's it going, man? Hopefully the Habs win just enough games so they don't pick in the top 5. Yeah, well, that would come from a Leafs fan. Don't blame me for that, being a Leafs fan. Why don't we want a top 5 pick? No, he's a Leafs fan. Oh, he says it there. So it's not a surprise. How did the Leafs do in the playoffs last season? Well, let's not start that. He's. Oh, I guess you could. Yeah, what am I saying? Top 3 would be great right now. I'll take that. ASC's a regular. ASC's been around a long time. He's a regular. He's a Habs fan, but he's fine. He's okay. He can rub it in a little bit. And yes, we can rub in the fact that his team hasn't won a playoff round in forever, and they don't have much to really brag about right now. Maybe just for the season right now, how they're doing right now. But considering everything, I don't see how a Leafs fan really should be bragging about anything. But it's okay. ASC's a good guy. Yeah, you guys, you give it to him, man. You guys give it to him. Hey, Harry, how's it going, man? What do you mean if they exit the first round this year? You mean when they exit the first round this year, they will get permanently. Hey, Matt Outdoor, how's it going? It's you know what? The whole season's gonna be crappy, so let's make the best of it. I'm a Habs fan. I'll always be a Habs fan. I'm gonna support them. Even through this, I'm gonna support them. And we're gonna try to find something positive out of it, or at least have fun with it. That's all. Harry, I mean that's a good point. I'll give you that. It's a good point. Weidman surprised me. I'm going to go over the scoring today. I've got the scoring. So, yeah, he's got 6 points, I believe, 2 goals, 4 assists. So, considering how the scoring's been going, I guess that's why he's staying in the lineup, right? And that's why they want to keep him in there. Darcy, I don't think Ducharme gets fired even if they let Bergevin go right now because he brought them to the finals last year. Yeah, I mean, he's going to get a break somewhat. I what are we, 2 months, barely 2 months into his 3-year new contract? I don't think they're going to eat the rest of that contract like that. Oh boy, it jumped again on me. I agree with that, filibuster. You played the street hockey, you are a winner just for doing it. I really wish I could do that. No one around here does that, anyways. I don't know where I'd go to play. Hey, Jack, how's it going, man? People still going for the Habs. Well, I wish you all luck. I wish the team luck, but I mean, I don't see how the Habs pull this off. Habs win 6-3. Well, yeah, I guess. Listen, yeah. Harry, 8-1 Predators, Duchesne. I have Duchesne as well. All fans of hockey or Habs or Rick are welcome. More potty humor, the better. Nah, exactly. Listen, you know the rule here. Just be civil. I don't care where your fan base you're from or who you like. Just be civil. We can all have fun. I grew up having friends with all kinds of different teams they like, not just the Habs. We could talk and have fun and banter and no problem. Didn't have to hate each other. We didn't hate each other. Yeah, I don't know if this is actually the first in their history as bad as this, but we're right there anyway. I guess with the winning percentage, it probably is. Yeah, it's time to do a really big retool. I don't know about a rebuild completely, but a retool for sure. Hey, Rich J, how's it going, man? Harry says, honestly, I like the tanking season. Never seen it with a team I like, so it's fun. It's a fun experience. See how bad we can be. We can take it after making the Cup Finals, but at least we're not the Leafs. Yeah, I mean, no matter what happens, at least we're not the Leafs. Matt says 3-2 Tampa. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be hard to happen because they're not playing Tampa. I don't know if there's a player named Tampa. So you're going to have to clarify that one for me. Sorry, buddy, but you're going to have to clarify that for me. Yeah, filibuster. Yeah, like I said, I could do that. I could go there, but I can't play. I've got partial tear in my ACL and MCL, both knees. So can't really, I'm able to walk now without much pain. But yeah, I don't think I can run. So if the Habs want goal scoring, you can't put the pressure on Caulfield. He hasn't played a full season yet. Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted, I would have really liked to see Caulfield stay down there another week, 2 weeks, whatever time, if not the whole season, but at least another little while, get his legs a little more under him before bringing him back up. I think they did it a little too early. Yeah. Matt Outdoor, okay, but you got to clarify that you're talking about a different game. Because I didn't understand what you're saying there. Wait, you have a ref jersey and you have 5 autoimmune diseases. First of all, I didn't know that you had those. But what is having a ref jersey and autoimmune diseases really? I'm just wondering, that's all. But hey, yeah, I didn't know you had that. You got to be careful about COVID, my friend. Yep. Darcy, that's why you've been using those Keystone Cops clips that I've been using, is because it's exactly what they remind me of. All right, before I get lost here, let me go and do the preview. It's already 15 minutes in. So, all right, preview time. Where's the preview? Here we go. Where to watch this game? Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, 4 p.m. Pacific in Canada on City TV, Sportsnet East in English, TVL Sports in French, Predators region, which doesn't matter for us, Bally Sports South, streaming ESPN Plus, NHL Live, Sportsnet Now, and not legally, Sports Surge. And I'm watching it on City TV tonight. Betting lines. Spread for Nashville, minus 1.5 gets you plus 225. For Montreal, it's plus 1.5. That'll get you minus 280. The money line, if you take Nashville, minus 130. If you take Montreal, plus 110. The over-under, back down to 5.5. If you take the over, it's plus 100. And for the under, minus 120. Last 10 games for these two teams, totally the opposite. Nashville, 7-2-1, but they are on a one-game losing streak. Canadiens, 2-6-2, and they're on a three-game losing streak. Tail of the tape for tonight. Montreal, 4-13. Montreal, 4-13-2. Nashville, 9-6-1. Scoring chances for percentage. 51% for Montreal, 14th. 49% for Nashville, 19th. Goals per game. Montreal's back down at 2.0. 31st. Nashville, 2.69, 22nd. Goals against per game. Montreal, 3.53. That's 30th. And 2.63 for Nashville, 10th. Power play percentage, 13.6% for Montreal, 28th. 26.2% for Nashville, 6th. That's a good power play. PK percentage, 71% for Montreal, which is not good, but it's getting better for Montreal, 29th. And the same, it's 79% for Nashville, and that's 22nd. Head-to-head record, the last time they were able to play, which was 2 seasons ago, 0-1-0 for Montreal, 1-0-0 Nashville, so they won. Face-off percentage for these two teams, 47.4% for Montreal, 26th, and 50.3% for Nashville. That's 15th. Players to watch, last 5 games. Nashville, Michael Granlund, 6 points. Matt Duchene, 4 goals. Granlund again, 5 assists. And Roman Josi, plus 4. Montreal, Chris Weidman, 4 points. That's sad right there. That's a sad stat. Ben Sherratt, 1 goal. In the last 5 games, the best is 1 goal. Chris Weidman, 3 assists. And Jake Evans just didn't put the number. I imagine that means even in the plus minus. Goalies tonight. I think if I were them, I'd just play Riddick because we're not, but they'll probably play Saros. 7-5-1 with a 217 goals against and a 928 save percentage. It's not Jake Allen, and it's going to be Montembeault tonight. 0-3-1, 371 goals against and an 892 save percentage. The bottom 10 in this league right now: Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Vancouver, New York Islanders. That's not the bottom 5. The bottom 5 are Chicago. Montreal has moved up. They've moved up. So it's Chicago, Montreal, Ottawa, Seattle, and Arizona right at the bottom. So Montreal on their way up. Lofty heights of 28th in the league. Or is that way? 29th, excuse me, 29th. 29th in the league. Lofty heights for Montreal. Habs scoring. The forwards. If you look at the forwards, not a lot of scoring there. Nick Suzuki is the only player in double digits. Anderson has 4-4 with 8. Who's the notables? Toffoli 3-6 for 9 points. And then you got Drew and Dvorak with 7. Gallagher has 8. Hoffman has 7. I mean, just not much scoring there. Defense. Nope, that's the lineup, and I didn't want to put that there yet. Okay, wait. There's my defenseman. I don't know why I put them there. Chris Weidman, you see why he's in the lineup. 2 goals, 4 assists. Kulak has 5 assists. Sherratt with 4 goals, 1 assist. And, I mean, it's just garbage. There's no production, no points coming out of the back end. It was my big worry going into the season. Where are the points coming from in the back end? What does Petrie have? 2 assists for Petrie. I mean, that's just – it's very sad. Preds scoring. Let's look at their forwards. You've got Duchesne with 16 points, Granlund with 16 points. Right there, that's two players with double digits. There's not a ton of scoring behind that, but still better than Montreal. On the defensive side for them, you got Roman Josi with 16 points. I mean, they got 3 guys in double digits. They got a lot more point production coming out of the back end than we do. And yeah, makes a difference. Yeah, so let's look at the lineup. Lineup for Montreal: Suzuki centering Toffoli and Caulfield, Dvorak centering Drouin and Anderson, Evans in between Lehkonen and Gallagher, and then Paling and Armia make up the extras. Sherratt and Petrie, Romanov and Kulak, Norlinder and Savard, and Chris Weidman out there. So I don't know if Weidman or I guess, I don't know. Is Weidman on the 4th line? Is Weidman playing, like, how are they working this out? I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess, soon. Preds lineup. Granlund in between Kunin and Duchesne. Johansson in between Jeannot and Tomasino. Sisons in between Trennan and Olivier. And McCarron in between Nick Cousins and Tolvanen. You got Josi and Fabro. Ekholm and Benning. Borowicki and Carrier, and you got Saros and Nets, and there you go. That's it. Shot my shit right there. That's it. All I got. Let's see what you guys got for me. Where am I? Ooh, there was a lot of. Let me just find where I was. I was there. I got through that. Okay, I'm just going to go right here. Nope. Wouldn't surprise me if Nick Cousins scored against us tonight, given he's a former Hab. Yep. Wouldn't surprise me if a lot of their players score against us tonight. Darcy, Celine Dion should have bought this team instead of Molson. Don't know. Molson's got to do something soon. But, I mean, what's he going to do right now? Kind of, he's kind of in our – I know you're going to say, what can you – I don't know. It's the right time right now. Don't fire the GM. Don't fire the coach now. Don't turn it around yet. You don't have time to make a run. So, let's get something out of this season. Let's get a high draft pick. Why not? Weidman on pace for roughly 40 or so points in 82 games. He's our new Petrie. How do you figure that? Wait a second. Let me look at that. Where's that? Weidman. 6 points in 14 games. What does that come out to? 4, 5 times that. You're not. Where do you get that from? Who's doing the math there? Let's go back to the comments. Who did that math? Harry, do the math again, man. I think it may be mid-30s, but it's not. Well, you said roughly, so I'll give you that. But 40, no. Because then he'd have. Oh, I see what you're saying. He'd have 7 points. You're right, then, I guess. My apology, Harry. Yeah, somewhere in the 30s. Somewhere in the 30s. Weidman's our new. Well, you know what? If he's a defenseman that's producing points, you kind of have to hang on to him, as nobody else is on the D, and it's a problem. And I knew it going into the season, it was going to be a problem. I didn't think Petrie would be this bad though, but again, he's apparently really injured in the lower body somewhere. I don't know. Is it somewhere in between the legs? The balls aren't big enough. Is that the injury? I don't know. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. Slinksy, I did not. I'll be very honest, these days, I don't watch a lot of other videos. I just don't have time. And I don't want to, I don't know, like, I don't want to be affected by anything that I see. And then I'm doing something and, so I try to just do my shit and I don't watch a lot of other videos. I have to admit. It's one of those periods of time, though. I don't always do that. No, Phil, he's not wrong, actually. He's not wrong. He did say roughly, and it's true. He's got 6 points in 14 games. One more point would be half and he would be on a 40-point pace. So it was me wrong for calling out Harry for bad math because his math wasn't really wrong. So, see, I apologize. I admit when I'm wrong. It was from a conversation the last game, you guys remember. That's why I'm saying that. Hey, Hockey Kid, how's it going, man? Oh, I got to the end of the comments. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? Would you guys run out of comments? How'd you run out of comments already? I ran out of everything I've got, so I don't know what else I could bring up. I don't know what I'm expecting from the game. I don't know what anybody is really, right? What can we expect from the game tonight? Really? Look at the lineup. It's not a lineup. Like when you're going to 11 forwards and 7 defensemen, and it's not because it's not necessarily because of injuries. I mean, I know we're suffering from injuries, but that's not really a good thing. So we'll see how it works out. We'll see if the coach is brilliant or not. 5-4 Nashville. You said Tyler Toffoli. Toffoli could use a goal. He came out the other day and saying like, it's not the coach. We're just not playing well. It's us. We're not playing well. And he said, I've been on some bad hockey teams before. Yeah. I don't think Toffoli's too happy right now either. But then again, can any of them really be happy about what's going on? If you're a player that's on the team and you're just, it is what it is, like, then you shouldn't be on the team. Harry says, I don't even really want to win tonight. I just want Caulfield, Suzuki, Norlinder to have good showings and show some improvement over what to look forward to for the next few years. Well, that's what the rest of the season should be about at this point, I think. Listen, Norlinder was he was not on for a goal in a 6-0. Well, the 6 was empty last second empty net, but for he wasn't on for any of the goals. If Toffoli would have hit an open net, he would have had an assist and set up a goal. I thought Norlinder actually surprised me that, in a game that the Habs were just horrible defensively, he wasn't. So that's like, for me, that's a bright spot. It's things like Caulfield, at least was exciting at points in a game where nobody was on the Habs. So those kind of things you got to look for. That's what I'm going to take my joy from. Hey, Robodario, how's it going, man? If Petrie is hurt, why don't they? I don't have the answer to that. Like, I really don't. I just don't. Right? If he's that bad where he can hardly walk off the ice, like he's in his street clothes when he's not skating, poor boy, man, this guy needs a week off at least. Sounds like. Drake, exactly. If he can play like he did last night and keep that kind of consistency, he's very much what this team is going to need, kind of needs now. But, I mean, how much can we rely on him making the changes? excuse me, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on the guy. I just want to see the guy get some experience. So next year he's even better. And then in 2 years or 3 years, when this team should be starting to be good again and good, like really good with young players, yeah, he'll be ready and looking great. That's what I want. I want that for a lot of these young kids right now. Why are we playing veterans on a year where we're not going to get anything out of it this year? They're in too deep a hole for them to realistically climb out of it and even make a playoff spot, a wild card. It's realistically, just think of how that would have to happen. The other teams would have to have such big collapses around, like ahead of them as well. Like, I don't see how that could happen. JB, Habs suck. Sens have 4 games and hand 1 point back, and Bergeron does not want to tank. Yeah, I know. Listen, I think they're tanking anyway. I mean, I think they're just going to deny. No, we don't want to tank. We don't want to tank. Yeah, look at the stuff that's going on. Every game, something weird. Like tonight, 11 forwards, 7 defensemen. Like, it looks kind of weird, right? Every night, it's something different. If it's not a player who's out or this or that, that's how they're going to tank. That's exactly how they should tank, and that's how they're going to if they're going to do it. And they're kind of doing it. So I have to question, are they already starting to make those moves to tank? Drake, yeah, Harris is playing in college, but he should be ready to come up to be signed and be here next year. That's what I've heard. His coaches say he's NHL ready, they think. There's hope on the horizon, guys. There is. There's some good picks out that we got. They're out there that are developing and will be on the team in the next 2-3 years. We just have to have patience. It's hard to have patience when we've been waiting as long as we have. We've been teased like we have. It's hard, but we're going to have to. JB, we don't know that till he gets to the league, but I mean, that's what they say about right. And then the year after, it's another good draft with a big prize in Connor Bedard. And there's other good players that are available. It isn't just those guys. So it's a good draft. Montreal just needs to get near the top of that draft and start picking up players. And then in those 2-3 years that we already know that we can start getting better, just think that'll just keep, it'll be even better and it'll keep rolling. You know, as a diehard fan, I can't think of a tank. Well, I'm a diehard fan. I'm still going to support the team. And you just got to look at it and say, well, you know, the only realistic way that we're going to get better is over time. It's not, there's no magic solution. There's none. So there's no magic solution this year to turn it around. And there's really one right way to turn it around that all the good teams now did. They all went through the bottom of the league for whatever, and then with good draft picks, and they move up. That's what happens. It's the cycle of life in the NHL. Drake, I think they've got some good forward prospects, and you know, listen, there'll be some trades as well, and yeah, I think they've got a good future. I really do. I think they have a future that we could say in a few years from now, if they stay the path and they continue to draft well and develop. These are keys. Yeah, we could be a contender, you know, in the next 5 years. But there's you know, they have to keep doing these things. You guys got about 5 more minutes. So I hope they stay the course. I hope they don't, again, just do everything every year. Oh, we're going to lose. Let's do what we can to patch it up so we can be at least a decent team and get a middle of the road draft pick and go nowhere with it. I don't want to do that anymore. It's 30 years now I've been waiting, and I've seen them do that for 30 years. I'm tired of it. Yeah, Harry, I don't disagree with you really, and especially about Sean Farrell. But my problem with him is only his size, right? Sure, I think he's going to be a good, solid NHLer, and if he was only a little bigger, you'd know this kid could be a great player. He still could be, and I want to see what he can do. But I mean, his size is going to be a challenge to him. But if we can keep drafting well, that's the whole key. Draft well and develop them. To me, that's the key. They got to concentrate on these things. Apple tile, it may happen. We may suffer through these kind of things. Yes, we may. But, teams that have done this, we know that there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and it's usually pretty good. That's where the developing and drafting comes in. It doesn't have to be like a death sentence of that's it. It's forever. We're going to be a horrible team. No, it's not. That's not how it works. I think there's a good future here. I think there's some good players in the pipeline. I think there's some really good potential. What is Wright doing now? I don't know. Like right this minute? I don't know. He's playing hockey somewhere, I would imagine. No? Let's see now. Another couple of minutes, guys. Then I got to go feed the animal and get ready for the next one. 7 o'clock start. We got the game, and hopefully, you never know. Sometimes when you think there's no way, and they have a good game, we'll get lucky with it. Maybe they'll have a good first period, and then the rest of the game will suck. Something like that. They'll give us hope and take it away from us. But like I think it was Harry. I think it was Harry that wrote earlier. I just want to see the kids progress, have good games, whatever. I want to just see them progress this year. I want to see them play, get the excitement from that, and go from there. Apple tile, absolutely. I said that in my video yesterday. I mean, you got your core, your young core, and you surround them with solid veterans that can mentor them, have experience, that kind of thing. You need that on every team. But there's plenty of room for them to play the kids a little more. I mean, there's plenty of room, in my opinion. When you're 4, 13, and 2, to be worried about making the playoffs, I don't know if that's the right way to focus at this point. How hard could will that be? They were already, when I did a video about it, they were already at like they'd have to win at a 660 winning percentage the rest of the way. That keeps going up every loss, and they've been 2 more since then. So that number just keeps going up. This team's not going to play at a 7 or a 750 clip. They're just not. 750. That's 3 out of every 4 games they're winning, right? Not happening. So we're not making the playoffs. And consistently, I do believe teams, with the rare exception, teams that are Montreal's spot right now, this point of the season, they always finish in the bottom 10. That's where Montreal's going to finish. The writing's on the wall, boys. All right, at this point, it's almost the 40 minutes in. I'm going to say salute till 7. So I'll be back at 7 with the hangout. Well, I'll just me tonight. So I'll be doing the play-by-play, making commentary, trying to make some jokes, trying to have as much fun with this as possible. And then you never know. Hey, maybe we'll have a win. Who knows? Nashville's been playing pretty well. They are on a 1-game losing streak, but maybe that is extended. Maybe they're on a bad streak now. Montreal can take advantage of it. Yeah, I know, wishful thinking, right? So, so we'll check that out at 7. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate that. And, stay safe for the next 20 minutes. And we'll see you at, I don't know. That's not we. I'll see you at 7. All right. So thanks everyone for being here, and peace out. See you in about 20 minutes. Bye, everybody.